Hi, I'm Jordan from the 3Live team, and today we are having a look at the amazing new Google Pixel 5. So this is the latest flagship device from Google. The big thing here is the Pixel 5 has 5G in it, which is brilliant. So we'll take a little look, get out of the box and show you what we've been getting up to with the device for the last couple of weeks as well. So we've got it in the just black here, which looks really nice. Something to note about this device is it is a metal body here. We've got this nice aluminium device, so it's actually super sturdy, but we can also wirelessly charge and reverse wirelessly charge. We'll talk about that more in a second. Also here we've got things in the box that we tend to see with Pixel devices. So we've got things like our 18 watt fast charger, which is USB C to C, and we've got a nice C to C cable here as well, which is pretty cool. So nice that you get a nice fast charger in the box, and then you've also got a little USB on-the-go device as well, which means you can easily transfer stuff from your old device to your new device really simply and really easily. But to bring it back to the device here, what we've got is a tremendous device. So as we mentioned, it is made of aluminium, so it's super sturdy. We've also got Gorilla Glass 6 on the front here, which is great. So it means that if you want a device which will totally stand the test of time, then you've got that. We've also got some really nice return of fingerprint scanners here as well, which is actually pretty great, because if you think about it, at the moment you're probably using face unlock less and less, just because at the moment there is, you know, face masks on all the time. So the really great thing about this is you've got a fingerprint scanner, which means you can get into the device really quickly and really easily. So I'm a big fan of that. Another thing I'm a really big fan of is how great battery is here. So we've got a massive 4,000 milliamp hour battery, the biggest of any Pixel device ever, which I'm a big fan of, and it means you're going to get phenomenal battery life here. So with the Pixel 5, we've got the big battery, but we've also got things like the adaptive battery saver, and we've also got things like the extreme battery saver, which is a new mode which will basically turn off any apps that you're not particularly using at the moment. I'm a big fan of it because it means that, you know, it will shut down anything that you're not looking for and help you squeeze the rest out of that battery, which is actually really great. Another really great thing is with that big battery, you can also share it. So we mentioned the device has things like the wireless charging functionality, but also for the first time on a Pixel, you can reverse wireless charge as well. So if we pop into battery, Google calls it their battery share feature. Now this is really great because you can pick where you want your wireless charging to stop. You know, we can do it from 50% to 10%. So if you're a bit more worried and you want your battery to last longer, then you can do that really easily. So what I can do is switch that on, turn my phone over on the back, grab a wireless charging device. We'll grab our Pixel 4 here, and then we can top up that device really simply, really easily, and most importantly, wirelessly as well, which is tremendous. So things that big battery will power is things like the massive 6-inch display. So we've got a really nice big display here from Google, which I actually kind of love because it's big, it's beautiful, it looks really nice, and part of the reason we've got that bigger display is because we have a bezel-less display for the first time on a Pixel device. So it's edge to edge, we've got a little hole punch for the camera up here, and it looks phenomenal. We've still got that 90Hz refresh rate as well, which I'm a massive fan of. And the display, all in all, is just top tier. It's big, it's beautiful, and super fluid. Makes it look really nice when you are navigating between different apps and stuff like that. But it's a Pixel device, and we cannot talk about a Pixel device without talking about camera setup. So with the cameras here, what we've got is 2 cameras on the back. So this is a first from Google, because although they've had 2 cameras before, it's the first time that we see an ultra-wide camera here. So we've still got an amazing 12.2 megapixel camera, which will take really great shots, but the big thing that I would say this year is the ultra-wide. So obviously we're getting those bigger, more ultra-wide shots, which as you can see look amazing, but it's also added in to create some really cool video content as well. So if we load up some videos here, you can see things like the new optical image stabilization here, which is actually pretty great. This is us just walking down the street with our camera, and it looks phenomenal. Like, it looks super smooth. But there's also a couple of different modes you've got here. This one is one of my favourites because what this is doing is locking onto something quite far away and keeping it super smooth and super fluid. And then the big thing from Pixels this year is the next cinematic pan. So what this will do is slow your video down to about 0.5 times, and what that will do is give you this really nice fluid pan effectively. Looks very cinematic and looks, actually I would say, really, really great, but it is a Pixel. So the shots that you take are actually pretty tremendous. You know, you can get some amazing nighttime shots as well. If you want to take some shots in the dark, that is, it will light it up massively, and I would say is tremendous. So you cannot go wrong when you've got a Pixel in your pocket, because it just takes some of the best shots you can get here. But it's not all about cameras with the Pixel 5. You've also got the amazing 5G element here as well. So with the Pixel 5, we've got 5G in the Snapdragon 765. So it's super fast, works really well. It's not the fastest processor that we've ever seen in a Pixel, but if you are not planning on using it to play a bunch of games on the device, you would never feel a lag or a slowdown or anything, because it is actually super, super fluid. And I love it. I've never seen any kind of lags, stutters, slowdowns, anything like that. Partly in thanks to the Snapdragon 765 and that 90Hz refresh display, but we also have the amazing 5G, as I said, and that for me has been tremendous. Using 5G on the device has been delightful. I think the fastest speed that I've got so far is about 600 megabits per second down, which is great. So it is actually super, super fast, and means that I can get these ridiculously good speeds. So I'm actually pleasantly happy with the 5G element here, and that's a big deal when it comes to gaming on the device as well. So even though it might not have the fastest processor, Google will bundle in some cool services, and one of them is gaming focus. So the other two that you've got will be YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium is great. It gives you no ads on YouTube, the ability to download those YouTube videos, and also YouTube Music, which is a great music streaming service that I use myself. You'll also get things like Google One Cloud Storage and Google Play Points, but the big thing for me is Google's Stadia. So with Google Stadia, what this is a gaming platform on your device, but it doesn't actually run on your device, it runs in the cloud. Now the great thing about this is you can play it pretty much anywhere. You can play it whether you are using it on the device or maybe you are using it at home or on your computer. It works pretty much anywhere. So what we'll do is we will grab our Stadia controller. Now you don't necessarily need a Stadia controller to play along with this. You can use pretty much any controller, but I'm a big fan of Stadia, so I've got one myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in, and then we will, just for quickness sake, pop in this cable so that we are hooking it up super quickly. So that's pretty much it. We're now live. We can now go ahead and start playing. What we'll do is we'll play the Turing test, which is actually a really fun game. So there's a bunch of really great games on here. The big thing though is it's not running on your device, it's running in the cloud, which is pretty tremendous, because it means that you don't need to worry about the power that your device has on it, because it's all running elsewhere, just being streamed to your device. And this is where that 5G element is super, super important, because it means you've got low latency. It means your gaming is much like it would be if you were playing kind of on device as well, and it is actually really nice, really fast, and super, super fluid. So I'm a bit of a gamer myself, and I would say this is one of the best gaming experiences that I've got here. So big fan of it, love how it works, and it means that I can effectively take the console wherever I want, because, you know, I've basically got all my games on that Stadia platform, and I can use them wherever I am, streaming it through 5G, and I love it. And right now we've actually got a really great deal, especially if you plan on gaming. So at the moment we've got 6 months half price with our unlimited plan on the Google Pixel 5. Definitely something I would recommend checking out. It's the biggest and best plan that we offer, with an amazing device that means you can get that on-the-go gaming wherever you are, and I would definitely recommend grabbing it at the moment if you want to. The link is in the description, or you can head over to the shop tab to grab it right now.
This is the new super fast Google Pixel 5 with 5G. If you've got a need for speed,
It's fast.
it's the lag eliminator. If you've got to download that next episode,
Really fast.
it's the instant boredom reliever. If you've got tons to catch up
Oh,
on,
I like that.
it's the social undistancer. At £599, it's the Google Pixel 5 with 5G.